Status check. Command on internal.
Affirmative.
Telemetry and launch condition.
Affirmative.
Missile and internal DC.
Affirmative.
Pressurization complete.
Affirmative.
All recorders and the telegraph dispatched. Vernier start.
Ignition. Water flow. Main stage. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Few events have captured our imaginations like the exploration of space. Hi, I'm former NASA astronaut, and if you're like me, you'll probably stand in awe of the creativity of the people who put together a space launch. But I'll tell you something. Many of the principles of planning and organizing and executing a launch are put to use by you every day as a manager of McDonald's. And you may not believe it, but getting a worldwide company like McDonald's flying can be as challenging as sending a rocket to the moon. And you'd be surprised how important you are to that operation.
McDonald's. It's a name that means a lot to people all over the world. We've built a reputation on quality food, fast service, consistency, and cleanliness. And your role as manager is summed up in a two-step process we employ for ensuring that quality, service, and cleanliness are maintained. The two steps are observation and action. And to do these effectively begins and ends with a concept we call floor control.
Floor control? Why, there's nothing more important. If I don't have the right people and product in the right places at the right time, well, I just can't give our customers what they deserve. And any breakdown in the flow at any station can send shockwaves all the way from the grill area to the lobby. Cheryl, could you come here, please, and take over this register? How do I do it? Well, it's all pretty well planned for me through the use of my checklist and to-do list. But believe me, there's a lot more to it than anyone can list. It's all yours.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. What's your name? Since I'm detective, I was wanting to look into a strange case about a man whose name was Vincent. It is thought to be known that Vincent passed away in the McDonald's restaurant. Is that right?
No, he did not pass away in the McDonald's. His body was found on the west side of the drive-thru.
Okay. Well, when he was bludgeoned to death, his cranium suffered some blunt force trauma and pieces of him were missing. Do you know how...
Boy, this place is really jumping today.
Yeah, all right for this time of day.
You know, I'm continually amazed how you coordinate all these systems and still put out such a quality product.
That's quite a compliment coming from a guy like you.
Well, I'm still impressed at how you pull it all together. How do you do it?
You really want to know?
Well, if you have the time.
Well, it should be slowing down in a few minutes. I'll put Sandy in charge. Listen, why don't you go enjoy your lunch and then come on back. I'll show you how we put it all together.
Fine, we'll do that.
See you later.
Right.
Well, just a to-do list and a travel path. They provide a step-by-step method by which we plan and prepare our workday.
I took part in 4 missions, so I know exactly how important those plans are. Our space flights must be programmed literally to the second. And for the most part, all aspects of a flight are controlled by computer programs. Still, there's a lot to the McDonald's lunch.
This is Saturn V, the rocket that took us to the moon. One of the biggest, most powerful precision machines ever
allows you to place into motion the first of our two-step floor control process, observation.
And quantity. I use my checklist as a guide when I inspect the area around my store. The parking lot and corral, the back room, the service area and lobby, and of course, the dining area. I'm looking for trash, debris, broken equipment, anything from our quality, service, or cleanliness. That includes people and products, too. I need to know who is scheduled to work and where would be the best place to position them. I also use the list to check product, food, raw products, paper. Do I have enough? Are the utensils in place?
The checklist is really only a reminder of everything that must be checked before your shift begins. You are, of course, observing to make certain that McDonald's.
To continue my investigation, I wish to speak about another McDonald's employee at that same fast food place, named Sandy. She worked there till 1990, and then she went missing. Do you know where she might be by chance?
Oh, her? She was a great employee, but she began to be lacking in her skills, so we used the employee handbooks, 2 rules, observe and action, to help her transfer to a new location.
Interesting. Wait, she was transferred? And what is this observe and action? Is that like a phrase? Could I also see that employee handbook you have there?
This program is not designed to educate you about these standards. Your McDonald's Operation and Training Manual is your source for that information.
To supplement this checklist, I also use my to-do list. In my checklist observations, I'll find areas which may require some action on my part. If I can correct the problem right away, I do. If I can't, I make a note of it on my to-do list and get it squared away as soon as I can.
You mean things like fixing a machine or a broken window?
Well, those are the most obvious. But I also need to look at the people I have enough in the right group for what we expect in sales. Otherwise, I really have to scramble.
Could you meet the demands of your customers without a checklist or a to-do list?
No, in fact, I'm sure I couldn't. I remember I came in to open the store on a Sunday. I was making my rounds when I discovered that the walk-in refrigerator...
It didn't have enough meat in it.
Plus, I had 2 new crew people come during the first shift. If I hadn't used my checklist, I may not have discovered any of these problems.
You sure don't need those kind of problems before you even get started.
Yeah.
How did you manage it?
Well, a system which provides 4 criteria which we apply to every problem.
Answers to these problems bring into play our second step. We've already shown you how important observation is. Now it's time to examine action. But before we examine precisely which action took to solve his problems, we're going to give you an opportunity to react to the same situation. Remember, confronted with 3 problems.
Hey, Mom, I can't find my sister. It's been since she went missing. Try to talk to the employees at McDonald's. Maybe they can help me find out where she is. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom.
Also, keep in mind that particular problems occurred before his store opened for its day's business. Nonetheless, it was imperative that he act as soon as possible to rectify these situations. At McDonald's, we've devised a simple formula for dealing with nearly every floor control challenge. This formula is comprised of 4 criteria that must be applied to every situation. These criteria are stated in the form of questions. Is there a performance discrepancy? Does it have direct or indirect effect on our customers? What is the degree of direct effect? What is the priority of indirect effect? Performance discrepancies, quite simply, are any occurrences that deviate from McDonald's standards. The difference between what should be and what is. These discrepancies can include problems in food quality, service to customers, or incidents that may hinder the profitable operation of the store. A performance discrepancy may have a direct or indirect effect on our customers. A messy back room does not have the same direct impact on our customers. The challenge facing the McDonald's manager is to distinguish between direct and indirect effects and act first on those that impact our customers. This in no way diminishes the importance of indirect effects. Rather, it provides a system of prioritizing that allows you to make intelligent responses to 2 or more situations occurring at the same time. We have developed, therefore, our 3rd criterion, degree of direct effect, to help you prioritize those performance discrepancies that directly impact our customers. We classify degrees of direct effect into 3 categories. 1st degree of direct effect, 2nd degree of direct effect, Third degree of direct effect refers to any situation that affects the appearance or function of a first degree of direct effect problems should always be tended to first, then second, then third degree. Direct effect problems must always be addressed as soon as possible, regardless of degree. Indirect effect discrepancies, however, do not always require immediate response. They should be solved in the course of your daily business preparation. However, you must also apply a system of prioritizing these indirect effects. A decision must be made about indirect effects, those which must be done immediately, those that can be put off for several hours, or those that can be put off for a day or more. Actions that must be completed immediately we classify as A priorities. Those that can be put off for several hours are B priorities. And those that can be put off for a day or more are C priorities. These criteria can and must be applied to every situation in which a decision or choice must be made, both for direct and indirect effects. Let's practice applying them to some specific situations. Open your workbook to Section 1. Follow the instructions carefully on that page. Now, stop the tape and complete the exercise.
Hi. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? Since I'm detective, I was wanting to look into a... Wait, I've been here before. I remember. We were talking about... a handbook. And then...
His body was found on
everything
the
was
side
fuzzy.
of the drive-thru.
I remember that conversation. And I also remember when I asked about another McDonald's employee named Sandy. She was missing as well. And then you said...
Oh, her?
Stop
She
it.
was a
Stop
great
it right now.
employee, but she
Stop it.
didn't
I'm
do lacking in her
serious.
skills,
I'm
so
serious.
we
Fucking
used the
stop.
employee handbook.
Now, let's apply what we've just learned to the situation confronting, beginning with the broken egg. Ask the question, is it a performance discrepancy? The answer, of course, is yes. Second question, does it have direct or indirect effect on our customers? To those customers, a direct effect. Third, what is the degree of effect? Does it prohibit the sale of our product? No. Does it inhibit the comfort or convenience of our customers? The answer here, of course, is yes. Now, let's apply the same criteria in refrigerator. Again, it is a performance discrepancy. It has a direct effect on the customer, and it has the potential to be a first degree of effect. Food can be severely damaged in a very short period of time.
Well, once again, we can draw a parallel between what it takes to make the McDonald's work and what it takes to pull off a successful spaceflight. The project was our mission to dock with an Aegina target vehicle. And I conducted what was considered to be a successful flight, but not before encountering some serious problems.
So, hey, what's this expedition for?
I don't know. All I know is that we are to fly to the moon and find something for the base and come back.
So, then comes the next question. Why on earth is McDonald's sponsoring this expedition?
Maybe they're looking for inspiration for their mascot.
Yeah, I heard them talk about needing a mascot and that there's a contest or something.
They said it'll be a contest for $250,000.
$250,000? Hell, I'll make them a mascot for that kind of money.
You can barely do the laundry, let alone make McDonald's a mascot.
Hey, I helped my wife.
And how long have you been on this expedition? Let's just say you're gonna need to do a lot of laundry to make up for this.
And I bet you have dishes to do as well.
Yeah. Hey, I think we're...
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon is so awesome, am I right? Come on. You've seen this how many times?
4, including now. But just let me act like it's my first time, okay?
Whatever floats your boat.
Actually, it's what floats my suit.
I think we found our destination.
Yeah, And about time. I was thinking I was going to have to write to my wife another letter.
You know, in space, she can't get those letters, right?
And in space, no one can hear you scream. But it keeps me at ease about my situation.
Oh, speaking of situations, how do we,
What the hell is that thing?
I don't know, but whatever that thing is, it's headed straight for us!
Quick, hit the button!
Holy shit! We barely got through that.
I fucking know that.
I'm taking my leave after this. When we get back to Earth, I'm done. You hear that, space station? I'm done.
Calm down. It's locked up now.
No, this was not worth risking.
And of course, we astronauts just pulling together, making everything work.
Pulling together. That's the secret to success. And the manager's responsibilities of observation and action make it happen. A good manager is part psychologist. He or she must be constantly aware of the entire environment, understanding the strengths and weaknesses of the crew. A good manager is also an organizer, placing people, products, and equipment in the right place at the right time. Turn your workbook to section 2 and stop the tape.
I can't remember. So lost. So confused. All I can remember is these key points.
She was a great employee.
Key fragments inside this conversation.
So we used the employee handbook.
I write them down.
Rules, observe and act
On a piece of
to
paper.
help her transfer to a new location.
That's all I have. It's all they'll give me. Shoot the door. So many times.
No, he did not
I need to open it with the next.
His body was
Please.
found
Anyone is hearing this, help me. The year is
Oh, her?
1991.
But more important, you must also make a note to yourself to identify where your system is breaking down. Where is the real problem? Does it run deeper than the occurrence itself? If so, what can you do to eliminate it from ever occurring again? This is the key to more control. It is the key to being a successful McDonald's manager.
The challenge is the same, success. The same principles of preparation, observation, and action apply. But you're the command pilot. Though you have a team behind you, when it comes to the countdown to profitability, it is you that has to make it fly.